That alarm's gonna be in the entire video. So that's fun. I have not been well this morning. My headache has been intense. My mental health is at 0. I recorded this great long video of like all the tap moves that I've learned and all the progress that I've made, and I was hoping for it to be like inspiring for people who want to try something new, and none of the footage is usable. It's all gone. It's all dead. So you're getting handheld crap recorded at 9:30 instead, because I can't re-record it because I have downstairs neighbours. And someone's alarm across the street is going off, and it won't stop. We're going to talk a little bit about why I started tapping and kind of the process I went through to start. So I love musical theatre dance. It's one of my favourite things, and quite a lot of musical theatre dance lately has been going back to traditional roots. I've seen it, it's in Mean Girls, it's in Something Rotten, because it's cheesy and it's fun and it's campy, and I kind of love it. I love cheesy, campy musicals, sue me. I love creative theatre, like I love Dead Dog in a Suitcase, I love Islanders, you know, really creative musical theatre. But I also just sometimes want to watch campy old Hollywood musicals where a guy tap dances on a pair of roller skates. Yes, that happened. It's excellent. So I wanted to try and learn, but I don't know if you guys know, but I was a student and I'm now unemployed, so I'm poor. So I started out really cheaply. I bought a tap board, which is currently stored in the corner. But it's literally just a 9mm thick hardwood plywood board. And it is, I think, 120 centimetres by 60 centimetres. It's a decent size for what I needed to do, and I think I paid like maybe £11 or £12 for it. It doesn't have like a rise or like lino or anything on it like a traditional tap board will have, like certain things to make the taps clearer. So the taps are a little bit dull on it, especially because I mostly place it on carpet. But it's better than wrecking the lino in my rented kitchen. And then obviously I needed some shoes. You don't necessarily need tap shoes to start learning the steps. You can start learning the steps in soft shoes and then graduate to tap shoes when you feel like you're, you know, into it enough to want to spend that kind of money. And I did have a go at that, but I found that the sensation is very different when you're trying to create a sound, especially since the taps were in different places than I expected. So these are my tap shoes. They are Roche Valley. I have the box. This company, they fit me pretty well. They're a little bit narrow in the toe, but they make my feet look great. I possibly needed a 6.5, but I got them off Gumtree. They cost me, I think, a £5 plus shipping, so I think in the end they cost me a £10 to get them sent here. Because I haven't tapped since I was 4. I was expecting the tap to be longer. You can see the ball of the foot, and it bends backwards, so I have to push my foot further, well, not push my foot, but relax my foot a lot more than I was expecting to be able to get clear taps from this. I don't know if this is standard across tap shoes, but in these it was in a different place than I was expecting, so when I was doing stuff in soft-soled shoes, I was kind of practicing wrong because I wasn't feeling where the tap was. I obviously warm up and cool down. I do my usual dance warm up, which I'll put a card up for. I talked about my usual pre-show ritual / warm up in VEDIM last year. And then I do a specific tap warm up to like loosen up my knees and my ankles. And then usually I'll do some practice of some moves that I'm learning, some drills, for things like time steps, buffaloes, Shirley Temples. I've been trying to pick up some more complex movements lately, and also been trying to speed up my beginner movements, like my paradiddles. Paradiddles are one of my favourite things to do, and I don't know why. I will do them when I'm like idly standing in a queue. Then, you know, after the warm-up and I run some drills, then I'll usually try a combo. There's a few places online that do beginner combos. I'll try some stuff from TikTok, some stuff from YouTube, and I love working on combos because it makes me feel like I'm actually getting a feel for the dancing rather than just learning steps. Learning the building blocks is great, but learning an actual combo is really satisfying for me. I don't know why. And then I usually like freestyle a little bit. I really wish I had the footage of me doing that earlier because it was really fun. I was just kind of messing around with some moves, playing with like flowing movements that I'd learned into each other. I feel like that's a big skill that kind of gets missed when you're teaching yourself, is learning how to flow different movements into each other. And obviously doing combos helps. And then I do a full cool down and stretch because stretching is important even in tap. I've seen a lot of people say, you know, you don't need as much flexibility for tap as you do for other styles of dance. But obviously I'm still working on my other styles of dance, and you do need some flexibility for tap. And flexibility in general is just good for you and good for your muscles. So yeah, that's kind of my progress in tap. I'm definitely still a beginner, but I hope that my experience can inspire some of you to branch out a little bit, especially if you've been considering doing something for a while, like learning an instrument or a style of dance, or, you know, just getting into reading something in particular or a sport that you've been interested in for a while. Just try it. It's never too late to try, and no one's going to judge you for being a beginner because everyone was a beginner at one point. There's a lot of barriers in the way for a lot of people, like money and time and, you know, energy, but there are ways around quite a lot of barriers that you think you might have. Anyway, I drew tomorrow's video earlier when I was recording the other video. It's going to be a vlog. Trying to do a daily vlog and sort of a day in the life of a recent graduate who is unemployed. So we'll see how that goes. So at this rate, both me and the alarm will be seeing you tomorrow. And happy VEDIM.